Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us balance our left channel. Shri Mataji, kindly awaken the pure desire on our left channel. Kindly remove all the imbalances through the earth element. Let us balance our right channel. Shri Mataji, kindly awaken the pure attention within us. Kindly remove all the imbalances of the right channel through the sky ether element. Now let us move our attention on central channel, bringing our attention slowly from Muladhara to Swadhisthana, Nabhi, heart, Vishuddhi, Agya, then to Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, kindly establish our self-realization. Kindly remove all the badhas in our spiritual ascent. Let us listen to Shrimataji's speech.
Now those who have got realization, those who have felt the vibrations, must know that they are now developing into another being. The germination has started, and you must allow the germination to work out its own way. But normally, when we get realization also, we do not realize that it is a tremendous thing that has happened within us. That this triggering, which is an impossibility, has taken place within us, and it has to work out slowly. It has to develop and evolve us into that. And because we do not feel it, we do not take it that seriously as we should, our realization. Moreover, you are surrounded by people who have not felt the vibrations. They do not know this area. They have never seen it. As Guru Nanak has called it, it is alakha. They have not seen it. They don't know about it. They don't know there is a power of God that exists, which understands, coordinates, cooperates with you, which is working in the collective being, which makes you aware of that collective being and of others also. This alakha, or we can call it aparoksha, which is not seen by anyone, which no one knows about. They talk about it. They talk about kingdom of God. They talk about God's powers, divine power. It's all talk, 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 talk. But once you are triggered into it, you have to grow into it. Unless and until you grow into it, you will be dwarfed. Especially for people who have come from fake gurus and from false things that they have been following. They don't know how terrible these things are. Like you are in a crocodile, and suddenly you discover it's a crocodile. How fast you would run from that? But even the understanding that it is a crocodile and it is going to eat you off doesn't come up so easily. Are you going? Alright. Alright. So, bye-bye. And as I have told you, you tell your sister. You have to form the nucleus and you have to write to me about it. And that you have to work out very well there. Alright? You tell her what I have told you about Ireland. Alright. May God bless you. Bye. Jim, are you going to? Alright. So this one doesn't realize also. As you do not realize that triggering, which is the most difficult thing, has happened to you. It is difficult. But it has happened to you. You know why it has happened. You take that one for granted, and also you take the devils for granted. At least don't take the devils for granted. Run away from them as soon as possible. Meditate, meditate, and try to establish yourself in the realm of divine love. I say it is divine love. you cannot understand what divine love is. You cannot understand any human being who loves you only for love's sake. Just because that person loves you, he goes on loving because he enjoys that loving. In Sanskrit it is called avyaj, that there is no interest. Avyaj. It's just flowing. Even when it corrects you in love. And the protection of divine love is the only way you are germinating. That love gives you that warmth needed, that strength needed, that confidence needed. Everything is given to you by that divine love. So, one has to realize that it is love, and love, and love is the basis of all this creation. God has created this world, this universe, only because He loved. And He wants to bestow this blessing on you because He loves you. But how far you love yourself is the problem. How far you understand yourself is the problem. You do not evaluate yourself. And that is the reason why, though the Kundalini has risen and you have got realization, your vibrations are flowing, the growth is very slow. Because attention has been outside. And even after realization, it is outside. Sometimes it is sucked in, again it goes outside. Then we do not change our old habits at all. We go on sticking to those old habits. Our structure of life, our styles of thinking continue to be the same. Again we find ourselves lost into the same shambles. Now Sahaja Yoga gives you realization, all right. But also it gives you a long rope to hang yourself. If you do not pay heed to yourself and to your being, if you don't love yourself and understand that you are the instrument of God by which for the first time you are going to give realization to people. You are going to save people from getting drowned. And this is the first time you are made like that. This capability you never had and no human beings have, which you have got now today. Very few people had this capability. Very, very few people. But now you have got that capacity. And you do not want to evaluate yourself. How important it is. If you could realize, then you would work it out. Allow the blossoming to come up. On the contrary, I find, today because you are all Sahaja Yogis, I can talk to you like this. Normally it is about Kundalini and all that, but I find that you do not see the movements of your Kundalini. If you try to understand, she's the one who loves you the most. Because she's your individual mother. And if you try to follow her, you will see that she's suggesting where is the problem with you. What you have to correct. What you have to do. Because she wants to perfect you. She wants to help you. So if you start watching it carefully, with love, with understanding, she's very playful. Extremely sweet. Full of beautiful plays like a little child. She will tickle you here and there, call for your attention. She doesn't trouble you. You have to be just alert about her. And she really matures. You have seen people with time how they have matured. But you have to pay attention to her and to yourself. Otherwise, what is your value without enlightenment? What is the value of a human being without enlightenment? What is the use of having human beings if they are not enlightened? What is the use of this instrument if it is not put to the means? The rest is all useless, isn't it? And it is you who have to raise the people. You have to enlighten the people. As we have some gas lights, you see. A man runs up to the gas lights to lighten them. He only has the power or capacity to do it. So he runs up the street, lightening all the gas lights. It is he who has to do. He is appointed for that. Sahajogis must realize what is their value. What have you made out of Sahajoga? How many people have you saved? How many people you have helped? Instead of your own problems are so many, and you are creating problems for others by talking, by discussing, by arguing. You cannot discuss it out. You must know. You cannot argue it out. It has to work by itself. By arguing, discussing, fussing, judging, confusing yourself, you create a problem for your Kundalini to work it out. Are you not seeking your spirit? Are you not worried about the salvation of your own spirit? If so, what are you doing about it? That's the most important thing. I think everybody realizes this. That only achieving self-realization is not the end of it. Because it's just the sprouting that has started. You have to go further. You have to have compassion for others who haven't got it as yet. You have to think about them. You have to give it to them. Work it out. Put all your minds to it. But still I find people are busy with other things. They go back into the same circle. You should be busy. I don't say that you should not do something for your living. You have to do it. This is one thing very important for us to know, that we have to work it out. We have to allow it to grow within ourselves. But if you say that, Mother, we have all faith in you, that's all. That's not sufficient. What faith do you have? What do you mean by faith? It's such a vague term. What is faith after all? Have you ever analyzed the word faith? Some people think that we have all faith in Mother. If we sing her praise, finished. For that one has to reach a certain stage, like Adi Shankaracharya had reached. Have you got faith in yourself is the point. Who is having faith in me is the one who has no faith in oneself. You have to have faith in yourself and in all your fellow beings. All this other Sahajogis. I've already told you that Sahajoga is not going to work out individually. Anybody who thinks that I'm something greater than the others is a gone case. Nobody should work Sahajoga for oneself in that way. You have to work collectively for every one of them. Any one of you who thinks that you have something higher than the others have, you are sadly mistaken. It's like one eye saying that I'm higher than the other, or one nose saying I'm higher than the eyes. Everything has its own place in the body of Virat. And everybody is so important as well as dispensable. You know what happens in Sahajoga, very common in India, not so much here. Indians do this way. They have certain very good points, like whenever I go, I find them very much matured and very much developed. because they are not such thinkers as you are. You are great thinkers, visionaries, intellectuals, you see. And I was thinking all the intellectuals will be developing a horn here like this after some time. And when you'll see them, you'll know that these intellectuals who are denouncing God and denouncing all his ways, they are not intellectuals, I would say, to that extent. But they fail in certain things, while you fail in certain things. They always had this kind of a thing that somebody came up like a one man. He said, no, I'm something great. You see, then he says, I'm this, I'm that. Goes on with this kind of a harping. And he shows down other people. And then suddenly, such a person is brought down. And the people are shocked. Mother, what happened? You cannot, you see, if you have to even pull a dead carpet like that, you cannot pull one side of it. You have to carry the whole. Only one person cannot shoot off in the whole game. Now you take my position. Yes, I know I have all the powers. Everything is there, of course. I'm supposed to be much higher and all that. Supposed to be, I should say. But confronting you, I have to come down. I have to fight the way with you up the hill. Every step we have to go together hand in hand. You know that. Some chakras are catching, alright, so I put my chakra into play. It works out. It works out that way. But you know that how much I have to struggle. How much I have to work hard. It's a task, giving realization. My Kundalini doesn't need anything. You know that. But still she has to carry your heavy Kundalini on herself and raise it. It's a very heavy thing. Only a person of real love can do that. That's the only criteria. The one who does not have love cannot do it. It is too much a thing to do. The whole body vibrating, every center vibrating. It's not easy. But it's just the love, the compassion between you and me, which suits me. Which covers all the tasks and the labor and the thing that I have to put in. And sometimes it's such a wasteful thing I feel about some people. It is such a waste with them. But still, the love that has brought us together gives that soothing feeling. And you feel so cheerful every morning you get up with a new fragrance within yourself, feeling so happy about it. So be careful. In dealing with people, you have to deal with love. Not with criticism or in any way showing them down in any way. When you are not any way higher than anyone, then there is no reason it should be done like that. If you are getting any way higher, you are helping the collective being. But in that, if you are feeling that you are higher than others, you are again coming down because you are pulling down the collective being. If you put down anyone or condemn anyone like that, then you are putting down that person. And you should not also correct, because I am there to correct. It's not easy to correct others. You may hurt them. You don't know even the ways of correcting people. Unless and until you have those powerful vibrations which are emitting from your being, just love, then you can do it. Because of a ego-oriented society, we are very good at hurting others. We dominate others. We don't even know that we are dominating others. There's so many ways I've learned in this country we have by which we dominate in a very subtle way. We talk to people in such a way that we are dominating them. Do we ever think, sit down, how are we going to talk to others, suggesting our love to them? I'll tell you again and again that Sahaja Yoga is nothing but love, love, love. How much you love others is the main point. Despising, criticizing is not good. Yesterday you were just the same. Today you are better off. They are going to be better off still. Of course, some people who are very heavy, who are very troublesome, you should tell them plainly that, sorry sir, you are very negative, we can't bear you. There are some cunning people also who may come in and try to trouble you. To a point is all right, then you have to tell them off that we are sorry. But even to judge whether a person is negative or what sort of a thing he is doing, you are just thinking about it. You are rationalizing. Not through rationality, but through vibrations. Because rationality, a person may appear to be a very nice person, maybe. Or a lady coming in. See, and the lady will be a terrible stuff. So how much you meditate means how much you love. When you think of others, think how much you love them. Just try to think how beautiful it is. If it is not love, it is hatred. It's like a scorching heat, you see, which will completely take away all the beauty, the smoothness of your heart. Only through love, Sahaja Yoga is going to spread.
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this collective morning meditation. Thank you for all the blessings. Yes, Shri Mataji. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji and take Vandan. We will continue our collective morning meditation tomorrow, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.